Hello, everyone, and welcome. Hey, Jay. Hey, Jim. Hello, Anne. Hello, everyone. Um, I've got the dogs, and my husband's coming in, so they'll probably start barking. But anyway, hey, Teresa, welcome. Glad you guys could join. Okay, I'm going to switch screens real quick and just show you what we're going to work with. Now, tonight we're going to work with the cuckoo clock. Hopefully, everyone can hear me okay. And I have got now this is just the cuckoo clock in and of itself right here. And I've already done this one, obviously. And it is the Cuckoo Cottage from Spellbinders, and it has 25 cutting dies. And you have all of the dies here for the cuckoo clock that you can, completely make the cuckoo clock with everything you have here. And this set is fully inclusive. You've got the bird, you've got the farmer and his wife, the clothing, you've got the chains, the clock, all the embellishment pieces and decorative pieces and everything for the clock is there. The little cuckoo area where the bird pops out, you've got that, everything. So now I didn't use all the pieces on here. I just used the cuckoo clock and some of the decorative stuff. I didn't put the farmer and his wife and, some of those things on there. I kept it kind of simple. Now on these next cards that we're going to do, we're going to go all in. Yeah, there are a lot of bits. So this is the Cuckoo Cottage set right here. Okay. And the dogs are barking. And then I also have the Halloween. This paper or this plastic creates a glare, so I'm going to pull it out of there. I've got the Halloween TikTok, and it has got 17 cutting dies in it. And you've got the bat, the skull, the ghost, the spider, the mummy, candy corn, a couple cats, a pumpkin, and a broom. And so super cute. There's 17 cutting dies. I've got them all in here. And we've got that. Now, we've also got, that comes, I kind of went out of order. There's also an autumn one that has 17 cutting dies. And you've got the fox, the squirrels, some leaves, some branches, some acorns, some mushrooms, and you've got a gnome on here. So that's this set here. And we've got all these bits and pieces. And I will tell you, I have die cut out stuff for all three. So if you have a preference of what you want to see me work with, put it in the chat and we'll start out with that. The third one is the Chiming Christmas, and it has 17 cutting dies as well. And you've got a deer, a snowman, a penguin, a tree, some snow, some clouds, candy cane. You've got some ornaments for your clock. Super fun. And that is this one here. So we've got it as well. In addition, I have the Cuckoo Cottage Cinnamons. I've already better pressed them and die cut them out. And so I've got them laid aside to go with. Okay, so I'm getting some responses. We've got one vote for the gnome and one for the Halloween. You guys will have to let me know. Anyway, I'm going to let you go for just a minute here and see if, do we have a tiebreaker? We're going to probably get to both of them. I have got, and I'll just preview them for you. I've got the fall one here, and I've got my colors and stuff. I have a few things of this assembled. Halloween, we got Halloween. Halloween's coming in. Halloween's coming in. And we've got gnome. Want to see the gnome? Well, let me just show you the gnome. I did go ahead and assembled him real quick. So cute little thing. Anyway, what is that fantastic brown? This, are you talking about this color here? This color here? This is cinnamon, I think. Let me get my swatches and just double check. Somewhere on here. No, that's not cinnamon. It is the, I'll get there. Here it is. It is, no, it's not that. I don't know. What color is that? Maybe I pulled something in, not Spellbinders. I'm guessing I did. It's probably Reflections. Yeah, it is kind of a ginger, cinnamon, I don't know, craft. I don't. Anyway, so that's what I'm not sure on that because if I don't have a swatch or I'm not finding the swatch for it. My cinnamon is darker than that. Yeah, I'm thinking I pulled in a Michaels. Most of the cardstock I've got here is Spellbinders, but I think I must have grabbed a Michaels Reflections paper for that. Okay, let me see real quick here. I don't know. Do we have it? We've got Halloween kitty clocks. All right, let's just go ahead. I think, gosh, I don't know. I think I've seen more gnomes than I have. Yeah, let's go with this one just because it's laying here and I've got the gnome. So what I've done is I have got my panels ready because I knew that I would need to, kind of have an idea of what I'm doing if I want to work with this many. I have all three of them die cut out and ready to go. We've got autumn, Halloween, and Christmas all ready to go. So this is the panel that I've created for this. But I thought we'll just get started and we'll just start assembling. Now this is really nice because you get a real neat detail on this. So it really adds a lot to your die cutting thing. Anyway, so I've got too many devices going on here and they're distracting me. So let's just get started with this and we'll get going. I'm going to get a piece of paper so I can not make a gluey mess all over everything, which is what I normally do. And I'm going to bring in this little silicone pad here. And what we're going to do is create a little puddle. So, hi, Dawn. Welcome. I see ECRs here. We got Gloria, we got Jim, we got Ann, we got Jay. All of the usual suspects are here tonight, so welcome. And I have been die cutting. I've been in a die cutting frenzy all afternoon because I was getting all this stuff ready and then getting stuff ready for tomorrow's live. I have had just a real crafty weekend, been actually really a week. The kids are back to school and I don't have kids now, so I've had a lot of time to just craft and do some fun things. And I'm working on the new felt stitch from Spellbinders. I did it last night and I'm in love with it. I'm going to be doing multiples of it. It is so fun. I don't know. I think it's on the site already. It is a gnome felt set, and it is so cute. And like this one, it has all of the elements that you can do fall. You can do Christmas, you can do Halloween, you can do winter. It has all of the add-ons that you can add on to it. So here's the basis for our house. And let's see, I need to find my tweezers. Where did it go? I don't know if you could tell by looking at the back wall, I have rearranged my craft room again. And so I'm in search of where everything is, but I just went on a rampage and got it done. So here is like where the little bird would come out of the little bird house area. And it has that, and then you have this. You could do this and then layer this up and have a little bit of height there. I think that's what I'll do. We'll just get it laid down. And this is where the bird would come out. Now, I did not do a bird for this one because I did a bird on the other one, and we have so many other little critters. You know how you have your bird houses at home and the squirrels get in them? Hey, Jana, welcome. So we may have a squirrel get into our little birdhouse area. I don't know. I've just die cut all the pieces. I don't have a plan as far as how I'm going to assemble them other than the card situation here. I prepared it. So my husband just came in. And so he's banging around out there. So if you hear that noise, that's what that is. So this is the little window there. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit more and get a little tighter so you guys can see a little bit better. There, that's a little bit closer. Anyway, and here's the little gal. I hadn't done her yet, but isn't she cute? I went ahead and assembled her because she has so many little bits and pieces. So you have the body, and then she's got a little hat on there. You've got the dress and then the apron. There's also a witch's hat with a Halloween set. And look at these. These are so cute. These teeny tiny acorns. Can you see them? They're just so cute. Oh my goodness. From a seasoned craft, rearranging is never ending job. It is. I'm constantly rearranging stuff. So let's go ahead and just start building the elements on our birdhouse, and then we'll get going. And I probably should have put the other birdhouses together. I thought about that. I thought, well, I really only need to assemble one on camera, but I just ran out of time. And I've got glue too high on there. I really don't need it that high. So this is like the real pretty decorative eave of the birdhouse. There's lots of decorative elements on here. See if I can get it pressed down. Let's just add a little thing there. And then this is the decorative base piece that would go on the bottom of it as well. I think you can put it underneath or on top or whatever. I should get out. Now, I have been having people inquire about the instructions. All you have to do is go to the picture area on the website, and they've got the pictures, so that you know how to assemble it. So that is available, and it's very helpful. I have been stuck on my lives before putting stuff together wrong, and I've had to have the chat straighten me out. So it's helpful to have those handy. Sometimes I just can't see the forest for the trees. And when I'm focusing on trying to talk and trying to craft, and I'm gluing this down to this paper here, things don't always go as smoothly as you would hope. All right, I'm just going to pinch that with my tweezers. So there's that. Now we've got the clock element. I did go ahead and put it together just because I knew it would be repetitive for each of the cards. So that's the clock element. And I'm going to bring in some foam tape if I can figure out where I put it. And I'm going to pop it up a little bit. I need some sticky scissors. Yeah, I had all of those. Well, let me change the screen here real quick. I had all of those cube units behind me in a row, and they are now gone. I've got some of them stacked there, and then some of them are underneath this desk and that other desk. And that way it looks more open in here than what it did, so I don't feel as claustrophobic. I think that's something that I continue to run into is just being claustrophobic in here just because the supplies are stacking up, and the tables and the spaces where I have all the things are filling up. And so I'm always looking for ways to make it not appear so crowded. And so that's what I did the other day. And I just took everything out. As you know, my patio is right outside the store here. I pushed a lot of it out on the patio. I took a great big bookcase and my chair and a bunch of stuff out on the patio. Then I put stuff in the great room. And so I could turn the carpet around and sweep in every corner and everything. So I had it just destroyed. And my husband was just doing his thing. And I was like, I said, normally, because he does track all the time. He's normally gone. I said, normally you're not here and I can do all these crazy things and you don't know I'm doing it. I said, but you're here now, so you're just going to have to see me because I'm constantly doing that. Now we have some wooden pieces that come with this set that you can put on here to kind of, perch some different animals on or whatever if you wanted to do that. It could be your tree area. And they kind of show it across here or across here if you wanted to do it that way. They kind of show you that. But you could also, kind of do something like that, like it was hanging from a tree or something like that, or even underneath it or whatever. But anyway, this is kind of what I was thinking because we're going to put some critters on here. Now it has some decorative pieces for these little edges, and this gives you some ledges to set some of these critters on. So we'll get these decorated up and then I'll show you. So this one would be, where your bird would go if your bird was there. But my bird's not going to be here because we got so many animals and critters around that my birds are scared off. So my bird's not going to be there. And then you can add some here to these sides, and then you can add some more critters. You've got places for some other critters to perch. And since we've got lots of critters, we're going to go ahead and add those and get them laid down on there. And they're just a little decorative. They have another decorative element that you can use here that's a zigzag piece. Oh, well, I'm not going to show you. I have to dig around to find it. But there's like a zigzag piece that's a little bit different decorative piece. So you've got some options there. It's really a great set. It has a lot of different things that you can do with it, and with the different add-ons. So anyway, lots of fun. Lots and lots of fun. I don't know that I need two of those. Well, maybe we'll just layer it. Give me a little bit of dimension there, and then it'll be more of an area for my people to kind of stand on. We'll just do it like that, just give it some interest. Oh, I pulled the one up that I glued down. I don't know what the deal is. I'm having glue issues as usual. I did even fill my bottle before we got started. So, all right. So Jay, you had a cake at church. Pat's classroom that he goes to for Sunday school, they always have donuts on Sunday morning. And so I snuck in there. I actually go to a different classroom than he does. And so I snuck in there and grabbed a donut out of the donuts he took to his class. And me and my sister shared that at church. So that was fun. But so you had cake. This is my little gnome guy. I think I'll just put him down here on this because up here he's going to bump into the red. And so I think he'll show up better down here. So we'll just put him down. I think I'll just add some foam tape to him. Is a gnome a critter? Well, I don't know, but I've got squirrels and I've got a couple of fox. So I don't know that, I don't know. Is a gnome a critter? I thought a gnome was like a person. I don't know. Manomi. Oh, let's see if I can get this off the back there. There we go. And he's cute. It's very few pieces. You've got the back of him. You have a hat, a beard, a shirt, and then the feet. The nose is actually peeking out from the back. I thought there'd be like a die for that nose to elevate it, but there's not. It's just the hat and the beard is cut out for it. And I cut this out several times before I realized what it was. I cut it out in black and I cut it out in brown because you have all these acorns and stuff. I wasn't sure what it was. Then I got to looking at the set and I'm like, oh, that is the gnome's beard. So then I went and cut it out in white. Do you ever see gnomes with different colored beards? I feel like you do. I thought a red beard would be neat, but not with this color scheme that he's got on. And so then we've got this cute little fox, and you get two at a time that cut out. I went ahead and assembled one that I had because I thought it would be fun to have it ready and then show you how to assemble it. So I'll go ahead and assemble this next one and show you how it goes. So they give you a little piece for the face. My glue's kind of getting dried up here. I should add some water to it and kind of keep it wet for a minute. There we go. They do give you the little pieces for the face of the fox. So you can just line that up behind there, just like that. And it'll cover up the eyes and the nose. And then there's some real cute decorative pieces that go on there as well. You've got, and these are teeny tiny, so that, let's see, that fox, I see what you're making. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, these are, these are the tiny bits and pieces. If you don't like the tiny bits and pieces, because this is, these are tiny, 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 tiny. But I think it's fun. It's what makes it, gives it all the detail. And this is why you buy them. Now, I got some glue in the eye there, so I'm just going to take this pen and get it out of there. And then just lay it down. It's like, kind of like his little mask or whatever. And then you've got a little piece for the tail as well. So we'll get it laid down. Oops, we got to go this way. Anyway, this evening at church, they were having a movie. And so Pat went, he was popping popcorn for it. But I didn't think that I would have time to go and get ready for the live and everything. So I did not go. So you've got one face in one way and one face in the other way. I think they're super cute. We've got those. And we've got our little lady here. Now we have squirrels as well. And I did go ahead and put the squirrel in. Now they have an indent in their cheek there. And I had some little pieces that die cut out that look like, it doesn't show on here. It doesn't show a cheek form. It shows the facial piece. But some of these dies that I die cut out a piece that looked like it would fit perfectly in there. Now, if I can get a hold of it, I thought we could pop it in there and just put a little cheek on him. And it'll be a cute little squirrel with a little pink colored cheek. Isn't that cute? Oh, these are so darling. I love them. So here's the back of the squirrel's face. So we'll get some glue on there and we'll get it laid down. And then that will cover up the nose and the eye. Give it a good pinch. And then I'm going to put the cheek on that one too. It just looks like it needs something there. I suppose you could just take and color it in. Now with the, I will tell you, with the farmer's wife or whatever, I just colored her hair in. They've got some little pieces that look like a different kind of a hat, but she's got like a hairline there. So I just took my marker and just colored it in and then put her hat on. There's a couple different, actually 3 different hats that you can add to her for that. But anyway, and we probably have more critters than what we need. But I mean, you can get the gist with all that. But then look at all of these little cute things. There's mushrooms. Can you see that? Isn't that cute? That's the small one. Now there is also a bigger one, which is, I'm going to put it together just so you can see it. We've got this tiny little acorn that is so cute. We've got the pumpkin. I got one of those put together. So here is a mushroom. And basically the mushrooms are 3 pieces. So you've got the stem and then you have the top. How does that look? Looks like it's almost looks like I have the wrong piece. That's weird. Did I put the wrong one on the wrong one? I don't know. You might have been able to put that on there. Let me look at that. That is so bizarre. No, I think I did it right. It just looks different. Make sure I've got all these pieces over here, so I'll make sure I'm not grabbing. Let's see. I feel like maybe I didn't get the right die for that. Let me look real quick. Where's that die set at? Too many pieces, parts. No, they would have die cut out together. That is the right one because this is the die right here. That just looks weird. Maybe when I put the top piece on it, it'll look a little bit better. So let's go ahead and do that. See, that goes on there like that. Maybe you're going to have some of the mushrooms sticking out behind it. I don't know. You guys always get to be my guinea pigs because I don't assemble any of this before I go live. So it's always you never know what's going to happen. But that's how lives go. All right, so I think that covers it up. Yeah. All right. Yeah, once you got that second piece on there, then it fits better. So that looks good. Let's see. I need to check out what the chat is saying. My husband wants us to be gnomes for Halloween. Oh, that sounds cute. Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, you see the fox, Jenny? Yeah. So the cake was good and you had to be good and not have more than, oh, I've been eating a bunch this weekend. We have some family in from Tennessee and we had a little game night last night and we had one of our favorite places to eat. And so we had that and then my mom made strawberry shortcake with ice cream and whipped topping and everything and it was so yummy. So we had way too much to eat last night. Got to get back on track. And figures, I'm eating like a hog and I've got my my checkup on Tuesday. So I'm going to go in there and get on the scale. So this is the little acorn, the bigger acorn. We have little ones. In fact, I have 2. I've got 2 different colors here and I can assemble that. You can see how teeny tiny that is. But then you've got a bigger one that you can lay down on there. So we'll just get some glue on there and get it laid down. pinch it off. Cute. So cute. There's so much stuff. I mean, I don't think you can use all this stuff on there. There's just so much stuff. But we're going to get some of it on there for sure. And then we'll move on to the Halloween card. And that way everybody can see that as well. And then if we have time, we'll get into the Christmas one. So there's another one. So I kind of have the opposite. The top and the bottom are on the same die. So if you do it twice, then you can, flip the colors. And the same is true for the pumpkin, but I went ahead and just took a pen and colored over it. And then you've got all these fun leaves. And of course you've got the chimes to the clock. And this one's a little bit different. I think they use some of the leaves and elements for the clock, where on this one you have a decorative piece, and on the Christmas one you've got like Christmas ornaments and stuff. But now this is also can be a interactive piece because it does have the circle on it so that you can put it on a dot and make it swing. And we might make one of them swing, because I didn't do that with this. I actually scrunched them up just so I could get it on an A2 size card base is what I did with it. And I'll probably do the same with these, but we might be able to figure it out to where we can make it still interactive on an A2. So these are the clock pieces parts here, right there. And then I've got my cinnamon, and I've got, if you wanted to make the farmer, or, you could have done it with this. If you want to make the farmer, you can have like a pilgrim's hat on there. That's cute. I did die cut that out just to show you. And then here's the farmer's shirt. If we would have done the farmer, he'd have a shirt and a hat. And he has some bibbed overalls that are super cute. I didn't die cut those out, but they are super cute, and they come with the original set. So they come with this, and these are the bibbed overalls right here. And you would just die cut those out. So it's really, really a fun collection. There's just so much goodness in there. So I don't know if I'm going to want another pumpkin or not, but I'm going to go ahead and assemble it, and we'll color up the stem. There we go. All right. So I will tell you guys, the boys' first week back to school was really well. Westy got a caught being good and got to put his name in for a drawing, and his name was drawn. So he was able to get a prize. So that was really good for him. So there was a little girl that was upset and crying, and he went to console her, and so he got caught being good. So we were excited about that. In fact, my daughter came in while Jay was live, and I had to go into the other room. She wanted to take and she had texted me and said, "Do you have a laminator?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Well, I want to do it." I said, "Well, you got to hurry up and get here." I said, "Because I'm going live at 8 o'clock. So she rushed in real quick. So I ran out there I took the laminator out because I thought if she came late, she could just do it herself. But anyway, I took it out in the other room. So when she got here, I ran out there real quick to visit with her. So that's why I had to pop out of Jay's live for a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and build my card base, and then we'll get our elements laid down on here. I think we're making good time. I think we're going to be able to do a pretty good amount here tonight. So let's see what happens. I know you guys, I'm the speedy crafter, so you guys know I got to live up to that. So I'm trying to slow down a little bit so that I can maybe have a little bit better quality. So you guys will have to let me know what you think. The other thing that was happening while Jay was live is my iPad was messed up, and I could not get it to type. What happened was I have one of these remote keyboards, and the other day I spilled my tea in it. Well, I immediately flipped it upside down, and I took it outside. It was when I was doing all that cleaning, and left it out there to dry. And I was able to charge it back up, and it was working, and then it quit working, and it was doing crazy things. And I was worried that it was going to send stuff into the chat that was crazy because it was just going wild. So I turned my iPad off and back on just because it was like stuck because of the keyboard, I think. And so that's why I was kind of popping in and out. I was just trying to get it to function. Anyway, I think for this, we're going to go ahead and pop it up since we've got a arch there die cut out. You guys know I always try to get my cardstock and make the most of it. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this up, and it'll just take care of any little business we need to take care of there. So tomorrow, Daria and I are going to go live in the morning. She is available tomorrow, and then I think gone for 2 weeks. So I'm hoping maybe Jana and I can. We've talked a couple times about it. We just haven't made it happen. I'm hoping that she and I can go live on one of those Mondays or both. So we'll see what happens if we can work it out. So I'm going to stand up, get my card base going in the right direction. This is that Simon Hurley Damask embossing folder, which is fantastic. I did link it with everything else in the description box below if you see anything you're interested in, but I just think it's gorgeous. And I think it was kind of with the Halloween set, but I think you could use that at any time. It has a heart on there, almost looks like, it could be Valentine's, and then, very floral. It's just fantastic. Anyway, so we're going to do that. And then I've got this vellum here that we're going to use. But I think what I'm going to do is, I don't have all my bits attached, just my gnomes attached at this point. I think what I'm going to do is figure out if we can do our cuckoo clock swinging. Let's go ahead and try to do it on this one, and we'll go with that. I have these. I'm trying to decide. I've got these circle foam pieces. I'm trying to find which size I want. I'll just have to go with that one, I think. Okay. And I think what we can do is put one of these on there. And I want to measure my distance because I want to keep it kind of, because I want it to fit on my A2. So I think we can do it like that. And we'll just get it laid down on there like that. Now we're going to have to be careful with the pieces that go beside it, because it could get kind of hung up on that. I think I'd like it to be just a smidge lower, so I can get a leaf or an acorn or something on there. And we'll just do that. And then it's been a minute since I've done these, so if I mess it up, you guys will have to tell me. I think what I want to do is go ahead and pop the rest of it up. Stay away from that bottom area down there. And we'll just do that. Hopefully we can make it work. And then we've got a couple of other pieces, and I think if I lay them flat, that can still move. We'll see. So we've got a chain and another decorative chain with a decorative element on there. So I'm just going to go ahead and get those laid down on there. I don't know how far down I can hang it. I'm going to bring them up a little bit. I should have stuck underneath the foam tape. Let's do that. Make it a little bit easier on myself. Now let's see. So if we do that, then we have the moving element, if I can keep it on there. And I dropped it. Okay. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this laid down on there. This is where I glued it to the piece of paper that I was gluing. And I'm sorry, I'm not looking at the chat. I'm kind of focused here for a minute. And then we'll pull this off of there. And then we're going to get that laid down on there. Now I'm just going to kind of position this. And obviously I haven't laid my vellum down yet, but I'll get this laid down and then have room for my, ooh, that's a little bit low. I need to go just a little bit higher with that. At least the foam tape's pretty forgiving. There we go. So now we've got our element there that can swing around. It's pretty close to the bottom. All right. So now we can just glue away and get this laid down on there. I'll get it laid down on there. Look at that. Pendulum's clear over there. Usually I'll put a stopper. And I probably should have done it. We'll tuck some foam tape in there for a stopper so that it can't swing all the way around. So we will do that. So what I'm going to do is just tuck some in here. Maybe, if I can get my fingers to work. And then that'll create a stopper, so it can only go so far. It won't go clear up here. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Oops, I'm pulling it away from my card base. We'll get it all back down there. Usually I do this. I don't know why I didn't do that first. But that keeps it from, so it can't go all the way up on either side, but it can swing around. So cute. Now it's going to hang down just a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. Now I want to straighten this up. Actually, I can move it up just a smidge. Now that needs some time to dry. So let's go ahead and start decorating while that's drying. Okay, let's see what's everybody saying. Jenna will be a great guest. Yes, she will. We'll be having fun. So yeah, this could be any season, but we're going to get all of our little bits and pieces on here, and we're going to call it an autumn card. So, and I kind of stayed, kind of tone on tone with this and keep it pretty similar with all the colors. Clean up the glue on there. So I'm going to put her on there. We've got, the squirrels, they always want to get, you know what? I think I'm going to switch her. I think it'd be more fun to have her over here. And then the squirrel, like he's trying to get into the birdhouse. I think that's cuter. We'll go with that. And then we'll just cover up where we glued. That's cute. Need some more glue for her. You've got those different layers there with the detail, and so you got to give a good press on it to get it to stay. Okay, and I think it could be cute to have an acorn on this, kind of the pendulum. Yeah, we got a little bit to give there. I think that'll be cute. Let's put that on there. Just kind of. I'm going to pinch that and let that lay for a minute. And I should have. Oh, no. I have multiple sets of tweezers, but for the life of me, I can't find them right at the moment. Okay, we'll go with our crickets. I haven't used these in a while. They probably are not all glued up. Okay, so we've got our two little fox. And I think it'd be fun to actually kind of cluster them side by side. I don't know. Do you guys think that's too much on there? I think it's cute. I think we can have them both. They're like twins. Hey, Linda, welcome. Yeah, they're like a set of twins. So we got to keep them together. They're, I don't know, mirror image twins. That looks cute. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to have some extra pieces that we're not going to use. Because there's a lot. There is a lot. We've got, gosh, all this fun stuff. We've got these mushrooms. Look at that. Isn't that cute? All right, let's use the little one. Let's put it put it down on there. Okay. That's cute. Now we have these acorns, and that just has to go in that squirrel's hand. It's just the perfect size for his hand. I don't know about you guys, but the squirrels around here are always carrying acorns around. Get that off there before I glue it together. So that does move. Just move it around. Super cute. If you have a chip, you need Dell. Yes, Chip and Dell. Awesome. Yes, very much. And I think, I don't know, would a little fox want to have a acorn? I think so. We've got them. We'll use them. Cute, 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 cute. Now, for the, we can decorate this with some leaves or something. We could lay this on there and add a leaf to it and decorate it with that. I think that's what we'll do. That way we don't have just a plain little oval there. We'll just lay that leaf down on there. That's cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, we have a sentiment too. I don't even know what we're going to do with that. I think we could put it on here. Time to gather and give thanks. That could be pretty. Do it there. Yeah, I like that. All right. I've got a pumpkin too. I think you can just get carried away with this. I like that. I'm gonna add that. I love those mushrooms so much. Cute. Yeah, you could really get carried away with this card. I think I am getting carried away. What do you guys think? Is that too much? Oh, the cuckoo clock. Yes, Pam. I've got the cuckoo clock and all the add-ons. So we're having some fun here, just adding them on. I've got to add some of these leaves though. I just don't know where. Oh yeah, right there. That'll be a good spot for one of them. Kind of around the wood pieces we've got going on there. See if I can help my vellum to stay down a little bit. I'm gluing myself together here. I think this could look good with it. Let's layer some of them up. Cute. Yeah, let's stick that down. We're gonna finish because we've got a lot of other material that we can work with, but and I need to know when to quit. There's just so much fun. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Gonna lift that up there. Stick them together and tuck them in. Okay, I think they need a welcome mat to the nut house as a sentiment. Oh, that's great, Jim. That's hilarious. It's getting a little crazy anyway, isn't it? I'm getting a little carried away. All right, here we go. So I'm trying to showcase as much of it as I can, but I think it's super cute. So there's just a lot to look at. You've got the acorn down there on the movable part, and then you've got foxes, Foxes, I guess. And this one has the acorn and a couple leaves. We've got our gnome and one of our little mushrooms. We've got our little farm lady and her little mushroom, and then the little squirrel with a little acorn. And of course, our bird has flown the coop because there's just too much going on here. So anyway, that is our Harvest Autumn card. I think that's what it's called. Harvest Time card. Okay, let's move on. So I've got these bits and pieces. I'm just going to shake them off in here. Um, we'll turn this over so we have kind of a clean slate. I'm going to get this out of the way. And then we're going to bring in our Halloween one and we're going to get going on this. So I did kind of the same thing. I've prepared my card base. Let's just go ahead and throw it down real quick and then we can build on it. So I gutted this with this and then I need some more green. So I went ahead and gutted it. So I'm just getting the most out of my Spellbinders cardstock because that's how I roll. I mean, you gotta buy the cardstock, you gotta buy the glue, you gotta buy the adhesives. I mean, you gotta make the most of it. So that's what I try to do. Kelly Taylor always says she's a cheap chicken, and I think I probably am too. Let's see. What's gone? A 10 out of 10. Thanks, Jenny. I appreciate it. Oh, thanks, Dawn. Appreciate you guys' comments. Anyway, so I went ahead and rounded the corners on this because I used a die to gut it, and it was rounded. So I rounded the black too. The green we didn't round, but and I have a new corner rounder that was included in the Love from Lizzie kit that has not been released yet. Probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway, I've got a little bad spot there. Okay, got it. And then we're going to just layer this up. This one's going to be kind of simple. I didn't emboss it or anything. We're just going to have, just kind of layer upon layer. And my birdhouse will cover up this area in which I've got these things die cut out. So we don't have to worry about that. And we've kind of got the elements of a kind of a Halloween card with this black and this green. Okay, but we are going to bring in all the fun purples and oranges and all the things for it. So let's go ahead and lay this card base aside. Let's see what's going on with this gluey mess I got going on here. Clean that off real quick. Ooh, my sprayer is just spraying wildly. I'm just going to turn it over. We'll use the other side and do it again. All right, just give me a puddle. This is so fine. And I will tell you, I did try to die cut these out with this adhesive back, the sticky adhesive back, but what I had was so strong. It was just too strong. And I realized it was much easier to just do this, just die cut it out regularly and then just use the puddle, which is what I like to do. And it was a lot neater because then with the sticky, I couldn't get it lined up right. And then I'd want to lift it up and it was pulling and it was not a good situation. So see, I mean, do your puddle and then lay it down and add glue wherever you need to add it. Get it laid down on there. And I've got little bits and pieces I'm gluing to myself. Need a little bit over here. All right, so there we go. Same thing, same routine. We're gonna just get going. I can't get this to lay down. I don't know. I'm just gonna run it through there. But all right, so we've got another little scallop, and you could do different things with this. You wouldn't have to use this, but I like it. I think it adds a nice little detail to it, so I like adding it. I'm just gonna run the glue along this line here. That way I don't glue it to my paper like I did last time. Get it laid down there. How's everybody doing? Let's see. Linda's doing well. Good. Good, good, good. So for this one, we're going to do an orange clock. I thought that would be fun. And we're going to bring in a green center, trying to get real Halloween-y with some different colors and stuff. So we'll get it laid down there. And I have got somewhere in here, right here. And here's all my bits and pieces. Got the spider, and there's a broom, and just my sentiments, just and the ghost, and just fun, fun, fun. All right, so let's go ahead and get our clock elements. And this one, I made it be 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Because that's what time I go live. Now this one, I made it be 3 p.m. I don't know why, but I did. And so this one, we're going to make it be midnight. Midnight's kind of hard because your arms would be on top of each other. So I need to find my other arm. I think it's in here. Did I lose it? Should be in here somewhere. It's a black piece. There it is. Well, picked up. There's a little piece that pops out of the center of it. There we go. So itty bitty bitty bitty. So we'll drag it through our glue puddle. And I'm going to make it midnight, I think. Get the center out of that one. Is it going to come out? I don't think it is. All right. So we're just going to lay them right on top of each other. It's probably not as much fun than if you would put them on a different time, but I just thought for a Halloween card, midnight seems like a good time. Of course, it could be noon. So I'm going to pop it up as well. Let's see. Nah, it's got to be midnight. Yeah, I thought so too. I think it has to be midnight. I like my clock face raised. I seem to have done it on each time I've worked with this. So, and we'll get this on here. And there we go. All right. We have that same decorative element that we can put down here. So we'll just get it down there. And this is where I probably should have just went ahead and assembled these houses so you guys didn't have to watch that. And then you could just watch the tiny bits and pieces and all that fun stuff. But just have to do what we do. And then here's a decorative piece that you can lay down on there. And these just give you the ledges. You know, this gives you your ledge for all your critters, all your creepy, ghostly things that you want to add. There we go. Now this was I was telling you that one of them had zigzag instead of this is like a scallop, and then this is like a zigzag. So I did go ahead and die cut this out so that you could see the different options for the little areas, decorative elements. And I'm getting to the point in the crafting where I have a lot of glue on my fingers, and so everything's wanting to stick to my fingers. I don't know. Do you guys have that problem? Am I just a messy crafter, or is that just a thing? I might have to put some foam behind that when I lay it down on my card base. And I have elevated myself to standing over the top of this so that I can see what I'm doing. There we go. Get that laid down on there. Make sure I'm not gluing it to my... Okay, for this one, I brought in some black elements. I thought that would be a little bit fun. And that's kind of why I brought the green panel was I knew I was going to have black on black, so I wanted to have the pop of green just to help offset the black. Plus we have this spider, which I think is going to be super cute hanging off the bottom of it. And we have a chain. Get all the little bits out of there. Come on out. Okay, all right. So let's get to the fun stuff. So we've got a couple cats, and let me see. There we go. So we've got a couple cats, and I think let me look at the die set here real quick. We got too many things out. Yeah, it just automatically does two. Just like the ghost, the squirrels, and that, you automatically have two of that. So you've got a couple cats that you can work with. And the thing that I noticed about this one, Let me look. Do I have the pieces parts? I've got too much stuff. Oh, it gives you, it doesn't give you the thing for the eyes. It just gives you the colors, you know, like the collar, COLLAR for the cat. And then you just have to choose something to put behind the eyes for it. And I thought I die cut out. Did I die cut out the collar? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. I wonder if I put them in a different dish because I distinctly remember cutting those out. Well, maybe not. I was doing the fish one earlier, and I think maybe that's what I did. So let me get. I like how that's pictured with the bright eyes. So I think I'm going to get. I'm just going to take a little piece of pink and put it behind there for the eyes. I think that would look kind of creepy and maybe, I don't know. I need to make it much smaller. So I think that looks cool with the pink eyes. I like that. I will need to die cut out like a collar for him because I didn't get that. So we'll do that. But we've got a bat. And I think it would be fun for the bat to have green eyes. And I don't think any of these did the eyes like some of the other ones do. So I'm going to cut up this shirt that I'm not going to use and put it behind there for the eyes on the bat. Got some glue there. I want to get out. There we go. We'll just give the bat some green eyes. That'll be cool. And then we also have our spider that needs some eyes, so I think green would be good for him too. I don't know why they didn't. No, they did give you eyes for the bat or the spider. Place this place behind the spider. Yeah, that one they did give you. I'm trying to find what I die cut out for that. Got so many pieces over here. It looks like it was probably connected, and so I did a black, and I don't want that. So let's see what this looks like. Yeah, let's do that. This is I've got 2 aprons there. So I'm just gonna use that for the eyes. And I think it'll work out all right. So we've got some pink eyes, some green eyes, and some orange eyes on our little bits and pieces here. Cut that down a little bit. This is what happens when you don't use the appropriate die for the space, but I'm not having to die cut out an extra piece here. Got some glue. Kind of gluey mess. See if I can get that glue cleaned up. There we go. All right, so there's that. And then we also have a pumpkin. We've got a mummy that we can assemble. And the mummy's in 2 pieces. You've got the body, and then like the eyes are peeking out. Let's see. We're doing good. I think we're doing all right. We're going to get 2 cards done. We may not get that Christmas card done, but you guys are probably tired of Christmas. We've had so many Christmas videos with all the releases and stuff. I'm pretty sure I've got all my Christmas cards done already. I've done so much. I don't know if you guys caught that short. I did a short the other day, and I just showed all of them from Spellbinders that I had done, and it was a lot. And then I've got I have that love from Lizzie kit that I did a bunch of them with too, so I've got a bunch of Christmas cards done. Why does that not look right? Where's my little picture? Look at my picture. Yeah, that's right. Just gotta get it laid down there. Huh. I don't know. It looks like they put some color on their lines, is what they did. I've got this too low. It's covering up his little eyes. Try and get it to move. It's not cooperating. Okay. So there's our little mummy. And then we've got a pumpkin. And we have our little pumpkin face, so we can add it. Have some orange on there. Cute. Get it to stick. My fingers are a gluey mess. That's for sure. Okay, what's gone? They were out of the spectacular bundle. You're kidding me. Oh, hopefully you can you still get the pieces individually? Let's see. Is that a different one? Is that the Simon Hurley? Is that what you're talking about? Or you did order the cat set yesterday. You love it. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that I think a lot of people did. That is a fun set. So we've got a cat. Okay. All right, now we have our ghost as well. And these are they have the eye part for the ghost. So we'll just get it laid down on there. There we go. And there are a couple ghosts. So this is going to be another busy card. So there's our ghost. Now I did want to do the little gal because we have a little witch's hat, and I think that would be cute. I'm just going to make her hair brown. Gray hair would be fun with the witch's hat. That would be fun. So I had assembled the other gal. So I'll just show you this one. So here is her little body. She's naked. We got to get some clothes on her. So we've got a little, her little dress. We're going to bring it in and put it down. And she doesn't have any little legs, poor thing. And then you just line that up right on there. Her little hands hang out the bottom of her shirt. What time is it there, Olga? Does it look like Olga? That's funny. And then I thought I'd bring back some of the yellow back in. I'm just trying to bring in some of those Halloween-y type colors. And get it laid down. Like, ooh, had a little glue seepage. And then there's her little apron. And then, oh, I had a black dress for her too. That would have been fun. I think it brings in some more because we've got the bat and the spider and the cat. So it kind of brings in a little bit more color if we use that. And then here's her little witch's hat. So was there any other? Yeah, she's got a broom too. Cute. Oh my gosh. Be fun to have some boots for her. You know what? I had, with that gnome set, I cut out a bunch of extra boots. What did I do with that? I don't know if these would be the right scale for her or not, but this was the boots of the, yeah, you could do that. Let's do it. This was the boot for the gnome. Kind of looks like she's got some chunky clogs on or something. So there you go. You could add that. And you could add a little sash too if we had that. We could use from the cat's die. You could do that and put it on there too if you wanted to. That would work. So we also have some candy corn. Let's go ahead and get it assembled. And I think you could hang that from your pendulum or whatever you want to call that. And we've got this. We'll lay that down. And the pieces on it, they give you that one and then this one together. I probably should have done a different color because that's not going to look, it actually looks better if you have a white tip on your candy corn, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that for now. Just do that. And then what else do we have in here? Oh, we have her little broom. You can see I have an extra spider and some additional things. We'll go ahead and give her her broom. Lay it on there. A glob on there. Oh, she's got her broom in her eye. It's in her eyeball. Scoot it over there a little bit. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. It's ridiculous. It's so cute. All right. Oh, we have a bone. We've got like a bone. So you can have that. Oh, I knew something wasn't right with that. This is hair for the lady. And why I had it die cut out in gray is beyond me. But here, I knew something did not look right with that mummy's head. I couldn't put my finger on it, but now we got it. That's what happens when you pile all your cut pieces into a little tray. There you go. So there's our mummy. That's better. What else? I have a second cat. I don't think we're going to need it. And that, I think, is most of the pieces. So let's go ahead and start getting our card assembled. Let me clear up some space here. Getting messy. So we can get this on there. We're going to go high with them because I want room to add all that extra stuff. Did I get that one? That one's just stuck in there. Let's go ahead and lay this flat and we'll just go, we'll kind of glue it up high so we have room for all of our little bits and pieces. No, I think I can get away with that. There we go. I gotta leave room for my stuff though. I want him to be right there. And then these, I can kind of make them a little bit longer. And we'll tuck that in there. Fun. Super fun. Okay. So I feel like, should we put the bone? Let's have the bone hang down there. I keep losing my glue. I need to put this here and set it on that so I don't keep having to look for it. So we'll get that laid down on there. And then I That candy corn could go on there. We could also have, we don't want that. It's too dark. We could have a mummy. We could put our mummy on there. Let's do that. That's kind of cute. We'll just put our mummy down on there. Is that crooked? Feels like it's crooked to me. Well, if it is, it's going to stay there. Okay, so we've got a pumpkin. We've got our bat. I feel like our bat needs to be up high. And our ghost. Let's do that. Gluey mess. I want the cat to be here, I think. Could do him here. I think I want the cat. Yeah, I'm going to put the cat here. Got some die cut pieces on there. We'll put her over here. Cute. I got to keep in mind, I've got a sentiment. Got to keep that in mind. There we go. And then our ghost. We'll get them laid down. So fun. How's everybody doing? Let's see what's going on in the chat. You can never have too many cats. You really want that cat die set, but you know, I don't have 13. I have 13 Days of Halloween dies. Yeah, you probably have a cat in there, I would guess. Like I need more cat things. Hey, you sure do. You are a cat owner. I don't know what that is. Glue. Glue, glue, glue. So it's coming together. I think the pumpkin, I didn't get that assembled very nicely, so I think I'm going to do this next one and try to assemble it a little bit better. And then we'll use it. Yeah, that looks better. And it's going to go right here with our cat. Right, cute. Have we got everything? Got this candy corn that I'm not thrilled with because I probably should have die cut it out in like cream and then die cut one piece in this color and one piece in that color, and then we'd had a good one. That's what I would recommend if you do that. Don't do what I did. Do it the appropriate way. That way it looks like it should. So I've got some extra bits and pieces. I've got an extra cat. I've got an extra spider. In fact, you know what we could do is we could snip this off. Got the wrong scissors to be doing that, but let me get my other scissors. I think I can get a better cut on it. There. That's better. And then we could put some eyes behind it. Because it's Halloween, you gotta have spiders everywhere. Got him upside down? I think I do. I think it'd be cute to have him on the clock. We've got all the black on that side. All right, we're gonna put it, oh, hang on, let's get our cinnamon on here and then we'll figure out what we're doing. So we have Cuckoo for Halloween is our sentiment that I think we're gonna use for this one. And we'll get it laid down on there. So that is the Better Press, and it has a sentiment for each one of these sets that, you know, can go with. And then it's got the birthday one. On the first clock I did, I put the wishing you a timeless birthday, and that's just a real general one. And you've got time to celebrate, clocking in with thanks, you're a timeless friend. And then, did I not put the cinnamon down on that? I thought we didn't put the cinnamon on that. What did I do with it? I didn't know. Yeah, we had the take time to gather, which I probably really didn't have room to. We could add that to the top. Yeah, we've got a lot. We didn't have much room on there. Where was I thinking about putting it? Maybe down there. Take time to gather and give thanks. We could do that. Anyway, I'm not going to lay it down there. But so I think we have all of our elements of our Halloween down, except for this extra spider that I was thinking about adding. I think I'll put it over there. I've got it. Might as well use it. There we go. So we've got a busy card, lots of things on it. We have a piece right here that I didn't put on my clock. I can get a hold of it. Whoops. Come here. Need my wax tool. Cleaning off the glue. And then that just finishes off your clock there. Like the little piece there. We've got some glue there we need to get off of there. What is that? It's new. Yeah, it's glue. Okay, got it. All right, so there we go. Let's see, it's 10 after. And let's just recap what we did. So we have got, obviously, the first one that I made with just the cuckoo clock set. And then we've got our Thanksgiving one, which I think we could probably cut that sentiment and get it on there somehow, but I don't know. Should I lay that down on there like that, or should I just put it on the inside? Maybe we'll put it on the inside. Anyway, that's super cute. And then I had planned for you tonight. I don't know if we have time to do it. You got the X-Acto knife to cut. Let's see let me look at the chat here. Let's see. You can never have too many cats. I saw that. Jenny says she got the X-Acto knife out to cut out on the image. I think I'm cross-eyed now. Is that this thing here? What's this called? I can't remember what this thing's called. Oh, this is the gyro cut. This thing you can put down and it'll kind of swivel and cut out. I've used this on some things to cut, but I know about going cross-eyed with it. Anyway, so what I had in mind for this one was I was kind of taking this DIY color deck card, and because I was just looking for a different color scheme, and so I took and I actually brought in a red and kind of gold, and then we've got all the bits and elements and stuff here to do the Christmas one. So since it is 10 after 9, I think that we'll wrap up tonight, and then I'll probably just make a video with this one and air it on my channel. And you've got the chiming in with Christmas that can go on there, but I think it'd be another super fun one. What I had in mind for it was to put the red on there and then bring in these other real colorful elements. And what's fun about it is it has a snowman and a penguin and just lots of fun stuff. Let me grab that real quick and I'll show you again really quickly. You've got the tree, the deer, the snowman, the penguin, the ornaments, candy cane, and peppermint. Super fun. So we're not going to get to that tonight, but I appreciate you guys' time. Oh, excuse me. But I think these are pretty cool. So it's a real versatile set. If you get the cuckoo clock, if you start out with that, you can have the elements for a really fun card in and of itself. I mean, I think this is super cute with a little cuckoo. And like I said, there's the other elements. You've got the farmer, the farmer's wife, and different things that I didn't use that actually come in the set that you can pick up and get. that are really fun. And this one, they put a couple doors on it, so you could have like it's like a multi-unit birdhouse. So you could do that. And you do get the decorative elements on the chimes. And obviously the pendulum does swing. So we've got it with our acorn on here. Anyway, and then, you can add on the autumn, the Halloween, and the Christmas. So I think it's fun. Anyway, I've got everything linked in the description box below. And I don't know if Jim has said it, but thumbs up. Oh, he did. Thank you, Jim. Give me a thumbs up if you would. I would certainly appreciate it. Farmer in the Dell. Yeah. Um, anyway, I'll let you guys go. And I appreciate your time. Thanks for spending your Sunday evenings with me. It's always fun. I enjoy it. I like seeing everybody and just chitty chatting and seeing what's going on. So thanks for watching. I'm going to let you go. So have a great week ahead, and I'll see you. Well, I might see you tomorrow. I'm going to be live tomorrow with Daria. So if you guys are around at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we'll be working with Spellbinders Club Kits tomorrow. So we'll see you later. Take care now. Bye-bye.